What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your final recap for Celebrity Big Brother. Let me tell you guys something. This was a good season. It was an abbreviated season, obviously, because, you're dealing with people who, got a lot of shit going on in their lives and all that. But honestly, as somebody who's been watching Big Brother for a really long time, I get frustrated a lot of times when I see gameplay that doesn't make sense, or I see a lot. You get to see stuff from the outside, and I get so frustrated sometimes. But this season, oh man, it was just awesome. It was awesome. So tonight was the finale. I didn't really do the review from the other day. It was just a recap, and then they started playing that last HOH. So the last HOH, Lolo couldn't play, but everybody else was competing. And it was one of those games where they had to fly back and forth and put the puzzle up, and they had to beat a certain time and all that good stuff. Dina, y'all, is Dina high? Like, what's wrong with Dina? She forgot part of the rules, and so when you run out of time, you're supposed to fly back over and hit the buzzer to reset your time, but you only have 10 seconds to do it. Dina didn't do it, right? And so her board was demagnetized, and she didn't understand why her pieces weren't sticking anymore. And then when they were like, you're eliminated because she didn't make it back over to hit the buzzer, she said, oh, that's it for me? That's it? Like, y'all, anyway. So neither here nor there, not to prolong the situation, Ricky won. So now Ricky had to decide who to put on the block. Well, duh, it's a no-brainer. He's going to put Candy, he put Dina on the block. No-brainer. So Power Veto rolls around, and the Power Veto was, shoot, I forgot the damn Power Veto game. What was the Power Veto, y'all? The Power Veto was, they had to rob the museum, and they had to bring the artifacts back, but they couldn't hit the infrared beams or whatever, and they had to, whoever did it in the shortest amount of time. And Candy actually almost won. Well, no, she didn't. She came in third place, but she was in the lead, and then Ricky beat her by like 20 seconds, but then Lolo blew everybody out the water and won by like 3 minutes or something like that. So Lolo has the Power Veto. So Lolo, being the melodramatic extra person that she is, was actually thinking about using the veto. And I'm thinking to myself, what possible reason could you have to use the fucking veto? Your alliance is with Tamar and Ricky. So nobody that you are in an alliance with was on the block. You wanted to make sure that Candy went home, but did it fucking matter? Because even if Candy had stayed and Dina went home, Candy was still outnumbered as far as you knew. Now, we know that Tamar was playing both sides, but you didn't know that. So I just didn't understand, because she was like, well, I could use the veto and put Tamar up, and then nobody would vote for Tamar. And I'm just like, why would you even put your alliance member in jeopardy? But Tamar shut that shit down real quick, and Lolo ain't used the power veto, and so it came down to Candy and Dina. Now, Lolo voted for Candy, Tamar voted for Dina. So Ricky had to do the tiebreaker. Ricky chose to send Candy home, which I thought was a dumb move for his part, because I said, and I've been saying this for y'all, anybody who watched my reviews know I've been saying this. The last thing any of y'all should have wanted was for Dina to be sitting next to you on that couch. Because Dina's like everybody's mother. Who was going to vote against Dina? Now, again, if people were voting purely on gameplay, like in a real season of Big Brother, people would vote on gameplay, and nobody would have voted for Dina, because they'd have been like, her ass floated the whole damn season. Ain't win no competition, ain't do a whole lot of gameplay, wasn't in nobody's alliance. Like in a real season of Big Brother, she would have been the safe person to take with her. But in Celebrity Big Brother, where people are really doing a lot of emotional stuff, they're not really looking at gameplay as much. But anyway, so Candy goes out. So then it's Dina, Ricky, Lolo, and Tamar. And they play for the last HOH. And it's a game, it's a question game where they have to look at the videos and figure out which one was a lie. 2 truths and a lie, basically. And it came down to Tamar, Ricky, the tiebreaker. Now, the last time it came down to a tiebreaker, Tamar played the old Jeopardy trick. Y'all look at Jeopardy, and when they wager and they not sure if they know the answer, they wager just enough to leave themselves with like $1, so that if the other person wagers everything, they win by just $1. She did that the first time where they had to calculate something, and rather than her actually trying to come up with a real number, she just put like 50 and won because everybody went over. And I guess the Price is Right. You do that too. If everybody guesses over, then the person who has the least automatically wins. So I shouldn't say Jeopardy. I should say it's more the Price is Right. People will bid $10 thinking everybody else went over, and then they win. So that was more the Price is Right than Jeopardy. But neither here nor there. This time it didn't work for her. Ricky actually won. So now Ricky has the final HOH, and he gets to decide who he's going to take with him to the end. You made the wrong decision, Ricky. You should have took Lolo. Because I think had you taken Lolo, you might have stood a better chance than what you did. Well, what Ricky did was he took Tamar. And Lolo is pissed because Lolo felt like he stabbed her in the back at the end. She said, he offered her a deal. She didn't think it was a good deal. Da-da-da-da-da. So she's pissed. You already knew who she was going to vote for. They asked Dina, are you upset? Dina was like, yeah, no. Yeah, because your ass don't even know where the fuck you are. I don't think Dina knew where she was tonight. She didn't know how many HOHs were left. In that last HOH, she got one question right. Out of all 7, she got one right. The odds alone, you should have got more than one right. You ain't have but 3 damn options. I ain't fucking with Dina. Anyway, so Ricky takes Tamar with him. Y'all know how they always do this segment where people can ask questions. Now, it is clear that those questions were prepared by the producers. Because, first of all, I don't even think half of them went home and watched the rest of the damn season. And if they did, they didn't watch it enough to give a damn. I think Tom and Kato were probably the only ones that actually put any thought into a question. And I still don't think those were their questions. But they were asking real generic stuff like, what do you think was your best gameplay? Do you have any regrets? Why should we choose you? Now, again, when you look at the questions and the answers, Ricky was giving his answers were dumb. Like, they were just dumb answers. Tamar was giving real answers based on how the season went down. When they asked her, what was your biggest gameplay? She said, my biggest gameplay was getting the biggest threats out of the house. When I had HOH, I used it, and I got Tom. No offense. I got Tom, I got Kato. She was like, that was my biggest gameplay. They asked Ricky what was his biggest gameplay. He talking about some, what he should have said was putting Lolo ass out the house because she was the biggest threat. He didn't say that. He said, what did he say? Some dumb shit. I don't even remember now. Something stupid. His biggest regret was not winning the haunted house competition because he felt like that was when everything turned. And Tamar gave a really good answer. Her biggest regret was fighting with so many people in the house. See, you play into the jury. So basically what you're telling them is, hey, anybody I offended, I'm sorry. I get emotional sometimes. Sometimes I let my emotions get the best of me. And that was a mistake on my part. Like, that's how you got to play it. But Ricky, anyway. So then they asked, was it your best game move? No, your biggest regret. And Tamar's biggest regret was, I think I just said that. Anyway, one of the answers that Ricky gave, I felt like was a perfect opportunity for him to sort of apologize to Lolo and let Lolo know, hey, it was no hard feelings, but neither here nor there. We get down to the vote. It was freaking unanimous. Tamar wins unanimously. Everybody voted for Tamar. But you know what? That was the best option. Tamar played the fuck out of this game from day one. Now, she made me nervous in the beginning because she kept popping off. She got into it with Candy. She got into it with Lolo. And I understand that I was only getting what was edited to us. I know that there were other things going on in the house that they didn't necessarily show us, but from what we saw, the edited version on channel, 9 or CBS, whatever, wherever you're watching it, it gave us, Tamar played that game, even down to the end, where her and Candy was sort of in this alliance, but she was still in the bedroom alliance. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Tamar played the hell out of that game. So anyway, I think the best woman won. I'm happy for Tamar. Now, something else I'm going to say. And Hermit, TV Junkie, and Lil Baby, y'all let me know in my comments. Do y'all get the impression that maybe this divorce that Tamar is going through is hitting her a lot harder than we probably thought? Because she talking about some, now I can buy my son a house. Because if you, I don't know anybody y'all watch the Braxtons, but if you watch the Braxtons, then you know that she said she found out through the blogs or through Shade Room or whatever that her house was on the market. And when she left Vince, she moved into an apartment. And you would think that Tamar would have had enough money to even at least rent a house. You know what I mean? I just find it interesting. So that's some side shit. Don't have nothing to do with Celebrity Big Brother. But it just had my wheels turning a little bit. I'm happy for Tamar. This was a great season. Can't wait till June when the real Big Brother comes back. Y'all let me know what y'all think in them comments. I'm gonna miss talking to y'all. We've been having some good conversations about this show. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Peace.